Hey girls, sorry about that. Just as I was pushing go live, it said you have to rotate your phone. So as I tried to rotate my phone, I dropped my phone. So if you witnessed that whole ordeal, I am sorry. That was not pretty. All right. Are we on? Hi. Hi, Tiffany. So yeah, just trying to get set up. My husband had rotator cuff surgery Wednesday, and so routine has been completely off. Sleep has been completely lacking, and just everything has just been turned upside down. Fortunately, he went for a walk with me today. We walked the dogs together, so he's starting to feel a little bit better, and I'm really happy about that for him. And he's got a long road ahead of him, but I think the worst of it is over. I hope so. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We don't wanna waste your time today. I think this should be about a half hour long, depending on the amount of questions that you guys have. So if you're not here live, I think it's just Tiffany here live. You can post your comments below the video if you have questions that you would like answered, and we'll go ahead and get started, and there will be a Q&A section in a few minutes. I'm just going to go over a few things that I wanted to share with you regarding mindset and regarding just how busy your life is about to get. So let's see. Hi, Jane. Okay. No problem if you have to jump off, totally understand. So we'll get through as much as we can while you're here. So mindset, let's talk about mindset. First of all, I just want to warn you that your friends and family are not going to be your super fans, okay? You might have one or two, but the majority of them are going to check in once in a while, and they'll be like, oh, you're still doing that blog thing, good for you. They don't get it. They don't get that this is actually a business model. And to them, it's more of like a hobby type of thing. So don't feel bad about that. Just embrace the fact that you're going to meet a lot of new, wonderful people and build new relationships and have new opportunities to meet people from around the world. It's amazing what we do working online and how we have that ability to meet all these brand new people. So don't feel bad about that. That's the first thing I wanted to say to you. They don't get it. So move on. It's just like network marketing. You have to get past your family and friends, go outside your circle, meet new people, and build your business in that way. Okay. Then I wanted to talk to you about your high performance woman. So Tiffany and Jane, you guys did a great job posting about that in the group, and I really appreciate that you took the challenge and put yourself out there to share that. Sarah, we want to hear from you. We hope that you're going to join us inside the group and be a part of the group and a part of the lives, because I really feel like having that connection with all of you during this 8 weeks is going to just really enhance your learning experience. So Jane, I see you're making, you don't have issues with the family. It's okay. Just wanted to get that out there because you might have friends who are like, check out my blog or buy my bracelets, and they're like, whatever. Okay, Tiffany. Okay, good. Yeah. And it's okay if you guys aren't all the way through this. Just try and get through some of the lessons before the live each time so that you can ask questions about whatever it is that you have done, because I want you to get the benefit of having me as your coach going through this process so that you get the most benefit. Okay, so let's talk about your high performance woman. You both did a really great job really defining who it is that you want to become, who you visualize yourself as you would be as your best self. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you a little tip on how you can start to become that woman, even though you're not already in the position that you feel like you need to be in to become her. So we're going to switch up the thinking a little bit. Have you heard of the philosophy of living by do, have, and then be? So in that philosophy, you would do your blog, you would do all the work that's involved, you would grow it, you would start to earn money, and so that you could have this successful blog and all of the status that comes with it and all of the good feelings that you get for helping other women. And then you would become this high performance woman because you have done the work, and now you have the material goods and the status and the money that you were working toward so that you could be this high performance woman. Okay, that is a little bit backwards and completely opposite of what we actually want to be doing. So we're going to refocus that, and we're going to look at be, do, have. Okay, so you are going to be this high performance woman, and you are going to do the work that high performance woman would do. Okay, she's already in this mindset. She's already has established her routine. She's already positioned herself to be this woman who can perform these duties and create this fantastic blog that really influences other people and is going to make an impact on the world and an impact in her own life with her income. And then at the end of it, then you can have the status, you can have the lifestyle that you want, you can have the influence that you want, you can have the satisfaction of knowing that the information you're putting out there is indeed helping other people. So you want to start with the be. You want to become that high performance woman right now, today. And here's how we're going to do it. You're going to take one piece of that definition and you're going to work on it this week. So just based on the definitions that you wrote, I came up with a couple ideas for each of you. So Jane, for you, you indicated that your high performance woman really enjoyed being in nature and that it was something that her soul required, that it would fill you up if you had more time in nature. So what I want you to do is every day just spend 5 minutes, just a couple of minutes, whatever you can do. Go for a walk, or I know you said you wanted to get back into running. If you can get out in nature for 10 minutes and get some exercise, get some fresh air, that would be fantastic. But I don't want you to put your earphones on. What I want you to do is just really embrace every sound and every feel that you have. Enliven your senses with nature. Really, really soak it in. Because this is going to fill your soul. You're saying, based on your definition, this is something that you need. So do it for yourself now. And, if it's taking your cup of coffee outside in the morning, I know it's cold, I know it's winter, that's okay. Do it for 2-3 minutes, whatever it takes, but listen to the birds, feel the breeze on your face, smell the flower as you're walking by, like literally stop and smell the roses, and let nature fill your soul. Okay, so Jane, that's what I want you to work on today. So for Tiffany, you had indicated that you really, as a high performance woman, you want to feel grounded when under pressure. Now, you have a really busy life. You have kids, you have your Wander and Wonder program, or Wonder and Wander, I think. You're a nurse, you sell Rodan and Fields, you have your husband, you have all of these different compartments of your life, and so you're busy, and I imagine you're under pressure with each of those areas a lot. So every time you feel yourself feeling grounded, feeling calm, giving grace to yourself or grace to another person, I want you to celebrate that. I want you to acknowledge it and be like, hey, Tiffany, you did a great job. Give yourself a pat on the back, because acknowledging it is going to call your attention to it more frequently. I bet you're already pretty grounded under pressure a lot of the time, but you're not acknowledging it. So acknowledge it, okay? And just when you have those moments where your kids are making you feel frazzled, or you're like, oh, I just cleaned up and now the kitchen's dirty again, or oh, this laundry is never ending, I got to get this done. Just take a deep breath and just give yourself grace and just move forward in a calm manner, and then pat yourself on the back for doing that. Also, Tiffany, you had stated that you wanted to be surrounded by people who radiate love and life. I'm guessing you already have a few people in your world, either online or in real life, that already radiate love and light. So be around them more, talk to them more, have, text them if they're not local, because I know Carrie's in your life and I adore Carrie. I want her as my top 5 people to hang around with because she's amazing. So, connect with people more frequently that already have those characteristics that you want to be around more. And then the second part of that, Tiffany, would be to find more people. Where can you find them? Where are they hanging out? Are they going to be people who are homeschooling moms who are out in nature in your program with you? Are they maybe going to be the Rodan and Fields women? Because I know it's a really exciting opportunity, and there's a lot of really high performance women within that organization. So is it those women? Is it maybe within your community or within your church, or online? Maybe you can find some Facebook groups that are just really have positive vibes and give you that energy that you're seeking, and surround yourself with those people. Okay, Sarah, pick an element from your high performance woman definition, because I haven't seen it yet. So just pick one element, one piece of who you want to be as a high performance woman, and break it down into small little pieces and start working on something this week. And we would love to hear from you. So report back to us in the comments or within the group somehow, so that we can encourage you and cheer you on in your efforts. Okay? All right. So let me just see what you guys are saying. Yes. Run without music. I know, Jane, but you are telling me that you need nature to be a part of your life. So when you're in nature with your very limited time, you need to embrace it fully. You need to soak it in. And I am telling you, the crunching of the leaves under your feet, or the sound of the gravel, or listening to the birds. I love hearing the birds, okay? So just absorb it, because I know your time is limited. You don't get to go for a 10-mile hike, on the weekends. So each day, just feed your soul a little bit, okay? All right, let's see. Yeah, Carrie is amazing. Thank you, Jane. Okay, so I'm going to have a visualization exercise at the end, and I want to end with that. And I know that, Jane, you kind of may have to jump off. So let's take your questions right now regarding anything that came up for you during the first module, or the first challenge, Go Big or Go Home. In Project Blog, any feedback you have on any of the lessons, any questions that you have, and I know you're both still working and you're in process, so that's totally fine, but anything that's come up with you, let's do that, and then we're going to do the visualization at the very end, okay? It's good. I should have got some water. Anybody have any questions? Okay. I just want to remind you that mindset is a lifetime practice. It is something you're constantly going to have to be returning to keep yourself on track, because it's really easy to get super busy. And Jane, you expressed this in your latest blog post. You get really busy, you get overwhelmed, you feel like you're sinking, and you constantly are just digging yourself out. So every single day, sometimes every single moment, you're going to have to keep reminding yourself of the mindset that you want to be in as a high performance woman. And it doesn't mean that we're faking it by saying, I have to be positive. I have to have a good attitude. Well, you're going to have a stinky attitude sometimes, but a high performance woman's going to get over it, and she's going to move on. So that bless and release that we talked about, Tiffany, the bless and release, man, sometimes you got to bless and release people 20 times a day, okay? And it's a training process for you. And it's that constant reminder to yourself that I'm okay. It doesn't matter what that person did. It doesn't matter what that person said. It doesn't matter that my blog traffic is down right now. I'm going to bless this and release it and give it back to God, give it back to the universe, and let whatever comes come and move on past it. Okay? No questions. Yeah. I know you were overwhelmed, Jane. I'd be overwhelmed too. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, what we're going to do is a visualization, and this is something that I love to do. I have a recording of this. I'm sure I'm not going to get this exactly the same. This is from Sonia Riccati. You can look her up, and I'm not even sure. I don't think that this program is actually available any longer on our website, because I did go look to see if it was there so I could reference it. But Sonia Riccati is really, she's a life coach, and she does a great job of just helping you work through things. So what she has is a visualization that's going to take us 20 years into the future. So what I want you to do right now, if you can, get comfortable and relaxed, and go ahead and close your eyes. I'm gonna walk you through this visualization, and if you have the opportunity to close your eyes, then that is going to be the best. And this is something that you can do for yourself every day. And I like it. I do it almost every day, so I really like it. Okay, let's see what Tiffany said here real quick. Regina's, no questions. Okay. Yeah, you know how to get a hold of me. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes. Sit nice and comfortable and relaxed. Now, I want you to imagine your body is getting nice and light, and you begin to float up. You have light beaming out of you. Your body is brilliant and floating in the sky. And you feel light shooting out from every part of your body. You're just like a ball of sun up there. As you're floating higher and higher, the earth is getting smaller and smaller. And pretty soon you can't even distinguish where your house is. You can't distinguish where your state is. And now you're above the earth, looking down at the beautiful blues and greens. And you just feel weightless and relaxed. And you're just enjoying feeling light, feeling carefree. The stress of your day is gone. Now you start to come back down, and the earth is getting closer and more brilliant, but you're still just floating. You're gently coming down. You're still shining a brilliant light from all over your body. And as you get closer to the earth, start to see the definition of the trees and the water and the homes, the countryside and the city. And as you get closer, you touch down into a neighborhood. And in front of you is a house. And this house is your house 20 years from today. I want you to look at the house, and I want you to notice the details. What color is your house? What does your house look like? Are there flowers? Are there trees? Where is your house? Is it by a lake? Or on the beach? In a forest? In a city? As you walk up to the front door, ring the doorbell, and a woman answers the door. And she is you 20 years from now. She is the high performance woman that you defined in the last exercise. She is warm and inviting. She gives you a big smile and knows immediately who you are. She welcomes you into her home. While you're in the home, I want you to notice, what does this space feel like? What does it look like? Is it big and open? Is there a lot of light, natural light coming in? How is it decorated? What does it smell like? Is she cooking or baking? Or does it smell like fresh flowers from her garden? Let all of your senses be a part of this. Acknowledge each one. She invites you to sit down on the couch with her. So you sit down, you're relaxed, you're very comfortable talking to her, and you ask her this question. In the last 20 years, what memories stick out in your head as being the most important memories of your life? And listen for the answer. Now ask her, what do I need to do in my life today to get to where you are now? And listen for the answer. Feel it in your soul. Whatever comes to you, you know is truth. Now go ahead and ask her any other questions that you have about the next 20 years, about lessons that she has learned, about things that she has done to help her get to the place of being a high performance woman and succeeding and fulfilling every dream that you have now. Ask her how she did it. Listen for the answer. Now it's time for you to say goodbye. So give her a big, warm hug. Take one last look around at what is going to be yours in 20 years. You say goodbye at the door, and you begin to float back up over the earth. You began to shine brightly, light beams coming out from every body part, shooting out your toes, shooting out your fingers, and from the top of your head. You're just floating away, looking down on your home that will be yours 20 years from now. You float up into space, over the earth. And slowly, gradually, you begin to come back down. And you begin to see all of the details of the earth. As you get closer and closer, you begin to recognize the neighborhood that is your current neighborhood. And your feet touch down, and you are back to where you are right now. And go ahead and open your eyes. Okay, so how was that for you? What I want you to do now as we get off is I want you to journal the answer to the questions that she gave you. I'll tell you about my own personal thoughts and experiences a little bit later because I don't want to interfere with your thoughts and experiences right now. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to let you go. I want you to journal all of those feelings, thoughts, emotions, descriptions that you came up with during this visualization. Pop in your questions a little bit later today, but for right now, go and journal. Love you all. Bye.